public opinion in this country was always much more in favour of restrictions than the newspapers wanted us to be, whether it was going back to workplaces and stopping to work from home, or whether it was our attitude towards lockdowns. It was as if the pictures we'd seen in Italy didn't touch newspaper owners in the same way that they touched everybody else in the country for whatever reason, or just some of the sort of more headbangy backbenchers as well, the sort of hard men of Brexit, Steve Baker and the Ian Duncan Smiths and those people who just sort of failure of understanding, really. And they took the public with them on their last epic failure of understanding, but they didn't take the public with them on this one. So we just stopped talking about it. Rather than reporting it, I wonder whether come Freedom Day, there was a sort of silent pact, an implicit pact. Just, well, that's it. Let's just carry on as normal then. It was only the Times that publishes the daily numbers, and they're confusing because there are so many different measures. But 45,000 cases yesterday, the second highest number in the world. By some distance, actually. Turkey comes in at 31,000, to which you can respond up to a point by saying we do more tests. But then you look at deaths and hospitalisation. This is just weird, right? Something a little bit weird, it seems. And if you're sitting there thinking, don't be daft, we're absolutely fine, particularly, and forgive me, because I know this isn't a very nice depiction, but it's accurate, so I have to stick with it, I'm afraid. If you're a bit of a forelock tugger, you know, if you think that somebody spouting gibberish must be clever and trustworthy if they sound like they've got 4 plums in their gob, if you sort of listen to Jacob Rees-Mogg and think, oh yes, he's very clever, he is. Whereas if you read a transcript of what he said or heard it read out in a sort of broad Salford accent, you'd realise that he's as thick as 6 short planks. But if you're of that ilk, you think, well, it's not for the likes of me to question the likes of Boris Johnson and Jacob Rees-Mogg. Then how do you process the fact that their old school is going in a lot harder on trying to get a lid on COVID infections than the rest of the country is? I'm just interested to know that. You might think it's a pointless or a stupid observation to make, but I'd love to hear your reasons for thinking that it's a stupid observation to make. The head teacher of Eton is doing a hell of a lot more to protect his pupils than the most famous old boy of Eton is doing to protect his citizens.